Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our HETV Game of the Week. I'm Alex Kleinwachter. As you can see, we are live here at Fremd High School in Palatine. The Fremd Vikings hosting the Schaumburg Saxons tonight, and this is a big game in the Mid-Suburban League Western Division. Schaumburg coming in with a record of 6-1 in the conference and 16-5 overall. They are leading the division. Fremd right behind them at 5-2 and a 13-9 overall record. Schaumburg has won 7 out of their last 8 games. They are red hot coming in, but as we said, Fremd nipping at their heels. Fremd tied with Barrington at 5-2 for second place. This is a big game for both these teams with that knot right above at the top of the Mid-Suburban League Western Division. And Conant hanging around as well. They are just 4-3. And this is a big game for Fremd tonight because Barrington and Conant are taking on kind of the division bottom feeders in Palatine and Hoffman Estates tonight. Should be easy victories for both of them. So Fremd really needs to get a win here to knot things up at the top of the conference race and keep pace. And Schaumburg, of course, wants to extend their lead, again coming in with a 6-1 conference record and looking to push that to the top and remain alone at the top of the conference as we move towards the state playoffs. Seedings will be announced on February 9th. We've got a really great, exciting game for you guys tonight, so stay tuned as we've got the Vikings and the Saxons coming up.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and a rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting out, gave proof to the night that our flag was still.
Tonight's contest is being conducted according to the rules and bylaws of the Illinois High School Association. The coaches, players, and officials are dedicated to conducting this contest within the framework of the rules. We anticipate our fans' words and actions will reflect this same positive behavior and example. And now for the starting lineups. For tonight's match between Mid-Suburban League West powers Schaumburg and Fremd. For the Saxons, a senior 6-foot guard, number 10, Joey Bellini. For the Vikings, a sophomore guard, 6'4", number 20, Riley Glassman. For the Saxons, a senior forward, 6'3", number 11, Christian Spandiari. For the Vikings, a senior guard, 6'1", number 25, Garrett Peters. For the Saxons, a senior forward, 6'2", number 22, Michael Mallet. And for the Vikings, at forward, 6'4", senior, number 32, Nate Service. For Schaumburg, a junior guard, 6'1", number 23, Kyle Bolger. And for the Vikings, a forward, junior, 6'4", number 33, Sean Baker. And for Schaumburg at center, a 6'5", junior, number 44, Jimmy Lundquist. And for the Vikings, a senior forward, 6'6", number 35, Adam Gorecki. The Saxons are coached by Matt Walsh, assisted by Tom Burke and Brett Sharkey. Your Vikings are Kyle Wodlowski, assisted by Ron Prager. Tonight's officials are Jim Bernardi, Tom Huster, and Kevin Grayer. Ladies and gentlemen, HETV is here videoing tonight's game. The game will be shown on Channel 6 Comcast, Channel 99 Vverse on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Wednesday is at 8 p.m., Saturday at 2, and Sunday at 9 a.m.
And we are just about ready to get things underway here at Fremd High School. A little bit of a delay before the tip-off. Gorecki squaring off against Lundquist. Gorecki, a 6'6" senior forward for the Vikings. Lundquist, 6'5" junior center for the Saxons. Tip is going to be controlled, knocked out of bounds. And possession will stay with the Vikings. So we'll start inbound from the baseline under the Schaumburg basket. Glassman brings it in. Again, working baseline to the hoop. Up, layup, no good. And that's Peters. Brought back the other way by Lundquist. Kyle Bolger running the point for the Saxons. He works to the right side. Now gets it outside to Mallet. Works back to the middle. Left wing. Looking for room inside. They'll stay on the perimeter for now. Back over to Mallet. He tries to drive. Kicks it out to the left side. Fellini looking for room. Running the weave over to Spandiari. Back on top to Mallet. Now working the left side. Bolger trying to drive the lane. Up and in, and the foul. And he will go to the line for the three-point play attempt.
23, Kyle Bolger. Foul is on number 33, Sean Benka. His first, the team's first.
Foul on Sean Benka, the 6'4" junior forward for the Vikings. And Bolger knocks down the first free throw and an early 3-0 lead for Schaumburg. Riley Glassman running the point. He'll bring it up and kick it out left side over to Nate Service. Service to Bank on the right wing, being guarded by Mallet. Now back on top to Garrett Peters. Service driving, baseline, putting it up, blocked. No foul, and the Saxons comes down with it. They'll bring it back up the court, moving left to right. Bolger running the offense, and he kicks it left side. Loud crowd here as they work baseline. Lundquist goes back to the middle. Mallet shot from the free throw line, knocked it down, nothing but net. 5-0 lead for the Saxons. Almost a steal on the inbound pass there. Great effort by Kyle Bolger, the junior guard for the Saxons, but possession will remain with the Vikings as they'll inbound again. And a raucous home Fremd crowd tonight. They know the importance of this game. As we mentioned in the pregame, Fremd looking to tie the Saxons on top of the Mid-Suburban League Western Division. As we've got another foul. Possession will once again remain with the Vikings. And Joey Fellini on the foul. That's his first, of course. And once again, Fremd will inbound. Glassman will once again bring it up the court, looking to set up the offense as he gets it over to Service, top of the circle. Back outside to Banka, trying to work it inside and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings, and that'll come back the other way. Look from this angle that may have been knocked out of bounds by Mallet. But Schaumburg will keep possession. And Bolger will once again bring it up the court. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt from Sean Banka. Pressure defense on the outside by the Vikings, and that one thrown away. We'll say it was tipped by a member of the Vikings, and possession will remain with Schaumburg. So Bolger will inbound from underneath the basket. For someone to goes all the way backcourt. And that's where they'll start running the offense with Cole Reis now in the game for the Saxons, and he's running the point. Moving to the left side, that's Spandiari looking for a hole. Kicks it back, shot from the free throw line for Lundquist, and he knocks it down. Early 7-0 lead for Saxons, and the Vikings want a 30-second timeout. They're going to need to talk things over as Schaumburg came storming out of the gate here. And no surprises, they are red hot coming into this one. Winners of 7 of their last 8 with an overall record of 16-5 and 6-1, sitting atop the Western Division of the Mid-Suburban League. Fremd does have the size advantage in this one here overall. Everyone in the starting lineup at 6'4" or higher, aside from the senior guard Garrett Peters. Gorecki at 6'6", Service, Benka, and Glassman all at 6'4". And for the Saxons, they do have the junior 6'5" center Jimmy Lundquist, but the rest of their starting lineup, Fellini at 6 feet tall, Spandiari at 6'3", Mallet at 6'2", Bolger at 6'1". So Fremd will look to take advantage of that size advantage that they do have and see if they can get some points in the paint today. But they've got an early deficit to make up as they'll inbound from the baseline. Pass taken by Garrett Peters, and he'll work it up the court, trying to put the first points on the board for the host Vikings. Kicks right side, looking to work. Good defense on the perimeter by Mallet. Working left side, they are staying very tight, and a foul. That one looks to be on Cole Reyes, the junior guard, who checked in a little while ago for the Saxons.
Cole Reyes, his first, the team's second.
That's his first, second team foul. And Service will make the inbound pass. Looking for someone. He gets it to Glassman. Again, good pressure defense on the outside from the Saxons, not allowing the Vikings to get any penetration. Glassman now moving, short shot baseline, left it short. Rebound pulled down by Lundquist, and the Saxons come back the other way. Bolger kicks it down inside to Lundquist for the layup. Great pass by Kyle Bolger down low to Lundquist for another 2, and it's 9-0 Schaumburg. Fremd looking to get anything going here offensively as they bring it back up the court. Glassman directing traffic on the right wing. Gets a pick, now works it down low to Gorecki. He loses the handle while being fought for, rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings. The Vikings really want to score on this possession here. You can't fall behind too deep to this Schaumburg offense. You're not going to be able to claw your way back in. Inbound pass, they go down low to Gorecki one more time. Again, he loses the handle, tries to kick it out, but Schaumburg takes it back the other way. All the way coast to coast for the layup, but no good with Spandiari. Lundquist pulls down the rebound. He goes up off the glass and in, and it is 11-0 in favor of the Saxons. 4:38 to play here in the first quarter. And once again, we are live from Fremd here in Palatine. The Vikings taking on the Saxons. Again, the handle lost by the Vikings there, but they do get it back, and working off the right wing right now is Sean Benka. Kicks it over to Service, and now back on top to Garrett Peters, trying to go inside to Gorecki. He puts up an out-of-control shot, couldn't get the roll, and still no points on the board for the Vikings. Saxons will slow things down a little bit there, as they bring it up the court. Bolger now going to work baseline, tries to kick it back outside, pass tipped, but corralled by Michael Mallet as he gets it back outside. They'll reset. Lundquist for 3 from the outside, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Vikings. Loose ball foul. That one will go against Lundquist.
Fouls on number 44, Jimmy Lundquist, his first, the team's third.
Third team foul here early on the Saxons. We'll see if that comes into play later in the half.
Back in for the Saxons, number 10, Joey Fellini, and number 30,
Fellini checks back in for Reyes for the Saxons as Fremd is going to inbound. They go underneath the basket. Shot put up right there by Ben Carlson, 6'5" sophomore forward who just checked in. He couldn't get the roll, and again the Saxons will bring it back. Bolger driving the lane. Nice move in the hole, but couldn't finish. Rebound pulled down by the Vikings, and they'll bring it back. Riley Glassman takes a short shot from the baseline. Long air ball pulled down by the Saxons, and just no offensive rhythm early here for the Vikings. They really want to avoid falling too much farther behind as it is 11-0 with 3:25 to play in the first quarter, and the Saxons looking for more. Spandiari working back on top. Now over to Mallet on the left wing. Get back outside to Bobby Green. Now Spandiari directing traffic. He goes inside to Mallet, trying to make a move. Goes up off the glass and in. Another 2 points for the Saxons. And a 13-0 lead early with just over 3 minutes to play here in the first. The Vikings want another timeout. Thomas Byrne, senior guard, is going to check in for Schaumburg. And they have to like where this is going early, as they have just come storming out of the gate, scoring on almost every trip down the floor. The Vikings cannot seem to get anything going offensively. They're unable to establish a rhythm. Great perimeter defense here from the Saxons, not allowing the Vikings to really get anything down low, work the ball inside. They put up some out-of-control shots, some almost desperation-looking shots here in the early going. They just haven't been able to get any crisp handling of the ball. Schaumburg showing why early that they are on top of the West Division here with a 6-1 conference record and 16-5 overall, as we told you before. They are really looking to seize control of the division here today, as Fremd could pull into a tie for the lead with a win. Schaumburg could go up by 2 games, moving to 7-1 if they're able to maintain their early lead. We'll walk back out on the floor for the start of play. Again, 3:02 remaining here in the first quarter. And it is 13-0 in favor of Schaumburg as Fremd goes to inbound. Glassman will work it up the court one more time, and we'll see if Fremd can put their first points on the board on this trip. Left side over to Carlson. And now Peters working from the top of the circle, gets it in the corner, trying to go down low to Carlson. Turnaround jumper, couldn't get it to fall. Again, an air ball. Again, the Saxons come down with it, and still no points on the board for Fremd. Thomas Gurn brings it up the court, lost the handle down low inside, but it's going to be retained possession. They were looking for a traveling call right there, and they will get it. Joe Fellini traveled as he was trying to pull that rebound down, and the Vikings will retake possession.
For the Saxons, number 44, Jimmy Lundquist. Replaces number 22, Michael Mallett.
Jimmy Lundquist checking back in the game for the Saxons, and Michael Mallett will hit the bench.
Replaces number 11, Christian Spandiari.
And Bolger also checks back in the game. Spandiari will go to the bench. A lot of interchangeable parts here at the different positions for the Saxons. Lost the handle on the inbounds right there. Trying to get the handle down low, and now we'll have a foul call. And sloppy ball handling. It is going to be another travel. And this time possession is going to go to the... All right, that will go back to Fremd. Referee pointed the wrong way on that one, so Fremd will take it, a travel on the Saxons. But sloppy ball handling here early from the Vikings. They really haven't been able to get anything going. They're not able to pass the ball crisply and just stay in control. Another ball knocked out of bounds. That'll remain with the Vikings. Bolger knifing in for the steal.
For the Vikings, number 35,
we've seen a lot of quickness early from Kyle Bolger, the guard. Gorecki is going to check back in now with the stoppage of play.
Replaces number 32
for the Vikings,
Service.
and Service will check out. The big man Carlson will throw the inbound pass, and he gets it in easily to Riley Glassman. Glassman directing traffic, goes right wing. That's Benka trying to drive, puts it up, blocked, gets his own rebound. Now trying to go down low to Riley Glassman, who lost the handle out of bounds. And again, sloppy ball handling by the Vikings is going to cause a turnover, as the Saxons bring it back up from left to right with 2 minutes to play here in the first. Bolger trying to go coast to coast, now kicks it out to Lundquist. Lundquist left wing, and now back on top to Bolger. Lundquist trying to drive the hole, puts up a runner, couldn't get the roll. Pulled down the rebound by Gorecki, and the Vikings will bring it back the other way. Ryan Case now in the game for the Vikings. Excuse me, he's the Schaumburg player, that's Glassman. Handling the ball for the Vikings as he gives to Peters, and then leaves it on top for Carlson. Again, stifling perimeter defense. Sloppy passing, but they do get it down low to Gorecki, who goes up and rolls in the layup. First point to the game for the Vikings there on the board. 13-2 is the score. And we'll see if that can provide a spark. That was the first time they were really able to get a nice pass down low and get an easy basket, something they sorely needed right there. So the 2 points to Gorecki as the Saxons go down low to Bolger, who kicks it out for three from Lundquist and couldn't get the rattle. Knocked out of bounds on the tip attempt by Fellini, and Fremd will bring it back the other way. Lundquist had a good look on the three from the left wing, but he just couldn't quite get the roll right there.
Also in for Schaumburg, number 4, Justin Hill. And for the Vikings, number 24, Mitch Dinnerman.
Justin Hill checking in for Schaumburg. And Mitch Dinnerman, senior guard, checking in for the Vikings. They're going to try and up the tempo a little bit. Glassman gives it to Gorecki. He's going to try and take it all the way. Puts it down for two. shots from Glassman. Gorecki went up and hammered it home. He'll go to the line with a chance to bring them within 8 here. 13-4 is the score. Looking for one more.
Adam Gorecki shooting one.
And that could be the spark that the Vikings need to start climbing their way back into this one here. Obviously, still plenty of time to play. Gorecki gets the roll on the free throw, completes the three-point play, and it's 13-5 with under a minute to go in the first quarter. Bolger bringing it back up for the Saxons. Saxons trying to maintain momentum. Mallet on the outside, now kicks it over. Fremd now tightening things up on their perimeter defense, trying to sense that momentum. Mallet back on top to Byrne. Schaumburg going to slow things down here, try to suck some of that momentum away. Mallet again working on the top of the circle. Looking for an outlet, plenty of time. Kicks it over to Justin Hill, who just checked in, as he weaves his way over to Thomas Byrne. They're staying on the perimeter, looking for an opening. Bolger now, way on top on the left wing near half court. And there's the steal right there. Matt Wisniewski's going to bring it all the way back for Fremd, coast to coast. Couldn't get it to fall, but a foul. And he should go to the line to shoot two right here.
Number 23.
Good effort by Wisniewski with an excellent job on the steal right there, trying to bring it all the way coast to coast. Couldn't quite get the layup down, but he will shoot two. A chance to bring the Vikings within 6. Knocks down the first.
Back in for the Saxons, number 15, Cole Reyes.
Cole Reyes checking back in for the Saxons.
34, Michael Withy.
Garrett Peters will go to the bench for the Vikings.
Jimmy Lundquist.
Wisniewski for the second. Off the iron on this one, no good, so converts 1 of 2. 13-6 is the score. Under 5 seconds to play. Lundquist kicks it back on top, fakes the 3-ball. Under 1 second with the runner, no good. And Thomas Burton couldn't hit the runner as we are at the end of the first quarter. The Saxons jumping out to an early 13-0 lead, but the Vikings fighting back there in the final minutes to close the gap to 13-6 as we move into the second quarter. So this one's starting to get good here as we move in through the second period. Fremd just hanging in there, playing some good defense on their last couple of trips down the floor. They really want to give that home crowd something to get excited about. We've got the banner you'll see over on the right side. Welcome to the loudest court in the MSL, and it certainly has been loud during those pregame introductions, but the Vikings haven't given them a whole lot to cheer about here in the early going, although they are starting to claw their way back into this one. Gorecki with 5 of the 6 points for the Vikings so far. The other was the recent free throw right there by Wisniewski, hitting 1 of 2 from the line. And 6 points in the early going for Jimmy Lundquist, junior center for the Saxons. And Lundquist listed as a center, but has great range. We've seen him take a couple of wide open threes and a really nice handling of the ball on the perimeter as well. So he is not just a big man down low. Teams are back out, ready to start the second quarter. The Saxons with Nelson. Inbound pass to Thomas Byrne. And the Saxons will bring it up again, working left to right. Kicks it left side. Now goes back top of the circle to Spandiari. Back over to Justin Hill. And now to Lundquist on top, who kicks it back over to Cole Reyes. Back to Lundquist, now trying to work the ball down low. Work it back on the perimeter, going for penetration, trying to go inside to Reyes, but the pass was too high, and the Vikings will bring it back the other way.
For the Vikings, number 25, Garrett Peters, and number 33, Sean Benka.
Peters and Benka checking back in for the Vikings.
Pelini, and number 22, Michael Mallet.
Pelini and Mallet checking back in for Schaumburg. As Hill will go to the bench. Vikings bring it back up the court with Garrett Peters directing traffic from the right wing just inside half court. Looking for an outlet. Tight defense on the wing right there. Now he's got to move it back in towards the three-point line. All the way cross-court pass on top. Kicks it back, trying to go to a wide-open Wisniewski in the corner, but knocked out of bounds. Possession will remain with the Vikings. 13-6 here in the early portion of the second period. Schaumburg on top in this battle of front runners in the Mid-Suburban League Western Division. Gorecki looking for room, trying to drive baseline, backing down. He's going to go for a little turnaround jumper, can't get the roll. Lundquist pulls down the rebound for the Saxons. He'll work the ball up the court. Now tries to kick it out down low to Mallett, fighting for the ball down low. And we'll await the call. They tried to go down low to Mallett for the easy bucket. It's going to be a jump ball. The possession arrow is with Fremd, so they will bring it back. And see if they can take advantage of the opportunity. A little bit of sloppy play early here from the Saxons in the second quarter. Peters will work it up the right sideline. Working to Gorecki, the athletic big man, who sets a pick for Peters, now kicks it left side, and they go in the corner. Ball almost knocked out of bounds, but then corralled. And Peters tried to go up with the right hand, had it blocked. And the Saxons will bring it back the other way. Joe Fellini trying to do it all himself, makes a spin move, goes down inside. And I'm sorry, that was not Fellini. Christian Spandiari with the layup right there. 15-6 the score, the first points of the quarter for either team, with 6:14 to play. Bobby Green handling the ball on top. Excuse me, that's Matt Wisniewski as he kicks it down low off the glass, and getting the roll is Sean Benka off the pass from Wisniewski. 15-8 the score. Fremd hanging in there. Saxons back the other way. High tempo game working right now. Mallett on the right wing. Goes back on top. Now Lundquist with it on the left wing. Tried to pass down 5. That kick ball by Fremd. It'll remain with the Saxons. As some substitutions here for the Vikings. They'll bring in 3 new players. Glassman, Service, and Carlson all checking back in.
For the Saxons, number 30, Bobby Green.
And Bobby Green checks in for Schaumburg. They will inbound it. And Mallett to Fellini. Lundquist trying to set a pick, going hard inside to the basket with Spandiari, but couldn't get it to fall. The Vikings pull down the rebound, coming back the other way with 5.5 to play. Into the corner, Bobby Green. Foul away from the ball. And the Vikings will retain possession under the basket.
Fouls on number 44, Jimmy Lundquist. His second, the team's
second foul on Lundquist, 6th foul.
And for the Saxons, number 15.
For the Saxons. So they're getting close to that bonus. But not quite yet. Long inbound pass. That's corralled by Carlson. Glassman working on the top, kicks it left side. The shot no good by Nate Service. And another rebound by Mallett. Saxons working it back the other way. And we've got a timeout Schaumburg as they want to talk things over. We've got 5:07 to play here in the second period. And Schaumburg is leading it early, 15-8. They jumped out to a 13-0 lead, but Fremd had an 8-2 run since then to get back into it and try and keep this one a ball game. And we'll see if they can close that gap a little closer as we approach halftime here in Palatine at William Fremd High School. Fremd, as we mentioned before, really looking for something to get this crowd involved. For those that were here before the game, the crowd was really loud. Lots of chants going on from that student body. The band getting everybody revved up, and then kind of a slow start to the game really took the crowd out of it. Something you want to do when you're a road opponent coming into a hostile environment as they are right here. So a nice job of that by Schaumburg to take the crowd out of the game early and kind of reduce that home court advantage for the Vikings. The Vikings looking to string some baskets together. They are on an 8-2 run, but they're still having trouble on the offensive end of the floor. Joe Fellini almost had the ball stolen. He manages to corral it. Now a foul as diving in was Nate Service looking for the loose ball, but he'll have the foul called on.
Fouls on number 32, Nate Service. His first, the team's second.
Definitely some aggressive play out there. We've seen a little bit of sloppy ball handling from both teams. And these teams know the importance of this game. They are fighting and scrapping for every loose ball on the court. Long time on the inbound, but Mallett gets it to Green, who will leave it to Fellini to put the offense together. Fellini giving it to Spandiari on the outside. Then they go right wing to Reyes. Reyes trying to get it down low. Knocked away. That'll be out of bounds ball to the Saxons. They were trying to go down low to Spandiari right there. Pass was a little off the mark and knocked out by the Vikings. Fellini looking to inbound. He gets it to Spandiari. Then they go back on top to Mallett. Over to Green. Green in the corner to Cole Reyes. Back to Green, trying to work the baseline. Backing in. Now he'll bring it back on top and kick it out to Spandiari. Over to Mallett. Looking to set up the offense. Mallett holding it. Now gets it back on top. Reyes in the corner to Spandiari. All the way cross-court pass to Fellini. Back on top, Spandiari. Crowd starting to get into it for the Vikings. Working to his left is Cole Reyes. He's going to take it to the hole. Free throw line jumper off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Vikings. That's number 32, Nate Service, as they push the ball ahead. Garrett Peters now works it back on top to Riley Glassman. Glassman trying to drive. Cuts between three defenders. Goes off the glass and in. Nice move by Riley Glassman. 15-10. And they cut it to a 5-point lead. This is the closest that they've been since it was 6-0. So Fremd starting to claw their way back in. A slowly but surely errant pass out of bounds. Bad pass by Fellini right there. A little miscommunication. The Vikings will bring it back again the other way with a chance to cut it to 2. Glassman working it in the corner to Peters. Peters trying to drive baseline, kicks it out into the corner for 3. No good. Benka on the attempt. He had a wide open look. A good shot right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Another errant pass coming ahead, but this one corralled. Spandiari down low, had it blocked, but a foul called. Can't get the roll. We'll see if he was in the act and will go to the line. No shot. So the ball will be taken.
Fouls on number 32, Nate Service.
Out of bounds. Second foul on Service. Third team foul on the Vikings.
And for the Saxons, number 12, Thomas Byrne.
Thomas Byrne checking back in place of Fellini for the Saxons, who will inbound it. They go all the way on top to Mallett. Mallett back in the corner, and that's Byrne with the ball. On top to Green, the big man. All the way cross court, back to Byrne. Pressure on the perimeter from the Vikings. That's Spandiari, who kicks it back over to Reyes. And now Mallett on the left wing. Mallett tries to drive, goes towards the baseline. Now kicks it back out all the way on top. Good defense by the Vikings right there. Byrne back in the corner. Now they're trying to go down low to Mallett. Backing down 3 defenders, kicking back on top to Green. Thomas Byrne looking for room. They'll reset the offense. Byrne now working inside just to the left of the free throw line. Kicks it back in the corner. They go all the way outside to Green. He puts up an open 3 off the front of the rim. Can't get the roll. Rebound pulled down by Gorecki. Benka had the ball stripped away, and now he commits a foul, coming back the other way, trying to get the ball back. And Nate Service on the foul. 2 quick ones for Service. That's 3 on him altogether. It looks like he is going to check out, and Matt Wisniewski will check back in. With 2:26 to play here before halftime. It looked like it was going to be a blowout to start out, as Schaumburg jumped out to an early 13-0 lead, but a 10-2 run since then for the Vikings to get right back in it with a 15-10 score. That one will go to the Vikings. They say last touch on the inbounds pass by Thomas Byrne. He let it roll out of bounds, thinking it was knocked out by Benka. But the Vikings will get possession, so things starting to turn in Fremd's favor here. The crowd's starting to get a little more fired up as we approach halftime with 2:24 to play. Inbound play to Glassman, and then he goes back on top to Wisniewski. Little weave to Glassman, trying to get penetration. Back to Wisniewski. Wisniewski kicks it back out to Glassman. 2-man game on the offensive end here. Glassman goes down low baseline, kicks out to Wisniewski for the long 2. He nails it. And the Vikings are within 3 at 15-12 as we have the 2-minute mark here before halftime. Green with the ball, and he goes left side to Spandiari. He works it over to Mallett. Saxons trying to get some momentum back. At one time leading by 13, that lead has been cut to 3. Starting to hear it from that student section of the Fremd crowd as they go down low in the corner. Justin Hill trying to get the outlet pass, knocked away, but corralled by Bobby Green. They go in the corner to Mallett. He fakes the 3, but he'll pull it down and go back on top to Spandiari. Running the weave, they get it back to Mallet. Now goes baseline, Spandiari back to Mallet for a wide open three. It's long off the back iron. Green tries to control the rebound, but it's Garrett Peters that comes down with it, and the Vikings are going to push things on offense. They go up off the glass, no good, but a foul on the Saxons. And Riley Glassman will go to the line with a chance to draw the Vikings within one.
Fouls on number 22, Michael Mallet. His first, the team's seventh.
17th foul here on the Saxons with 1:13 to play in the first half. Glassman can't get the first one to roll home.
For Fremd, number 24, Mitch Dinterman replaces number 33,
Mitch Dinterman checking in for the Frems as Banka will sit down.
Joey Fellini replaces number 12, Thomas Byrne.
And Fellini back in the game to run the point for the Saxons. Byrne will head to the bench. Glassman trying to make it a 2-point game with the second free throw. That one is up and home. 15-13 the score now in favor of the Saxons. Justin Hill bringing the ball up the court. He kicks it left side, or right side to Spandiari, and now Green top of the circle. Hill, and we've got a travel. Hill kind of dragged that trail leg, and that's a call that you see a lot in high school basketball. In the NBA, you might get away with that one.
Number 33, Sean Banka.
Hill took a step with the right leg, dragged the left one behind him, and that's going to get called every time at the high school level. 1 minute even to play in the first half, and the Vikings with a chance to tie or even take the lead with a three. They go right side, Garrett Peters. He's looking for someone in the corner, kicks it back out, faked the short jumper, and now Wisniewski up with the shot, no good. And that one's out of bounds, it'll go back to Schaumburg. So Fremd with a couple of chances to tie last a couple times down the court, haven't been able to quite do it, but you have to admire their tenacity, as it seems like just a few moments ago that this was a 13-0 lead. And since then, the Saxons have only managed 2 points in a 13-2 run for the Vikings. Justin Hill bringing it up, and he goes back on top to Spandiari. Fellini now running things, and he goes back to Hill. Mallet on top. Pressure defense right there from Nizuski. Mallet trying to work around. Now goes all the way back on top to Spandiari. Saxons looking like they're going to try and hold it for the last shot right here. Hill trying to work, goes inside, puts up a runner off the glass, can't get the roll, rebound pulled down by Gorecki. 4 seconds to play, he's going to bring it up the left side. Can't get the handle, tries to bat it, but he's going to get called for the travel, and the Saxons will get one more shot with 1.6 seconds to play. Gorecki was trying to push the ball hard up the court, lost the handle, and kind of went up and down as he came down with it. So we'll see if the Saxons will have time to get a shot off here with just 1.6 to play. Hill with the inbound under the basket, trying to hit Mallet. That one was tipped out of bounds. So they'll get another chance to inbound with just half a second to go before the half. Defensive game so far, so they'll have a low score at halftime. Let's see if they can get a tip here. Inbound, Green, and now we've got a foul away from the ball.
Foul is on number 11, Christian Spandiari.
Spandiari with the foul away from the ball for the Saxons. And that's the 8th team foul here in the first half for the Saxons.
34, Michael Withy.
The Vikings will retake possession with just half a second to play here. Try to go all the way up. Gorecki tried to get one dribble and shoot it, but he did not get it off before the buzzer. And we are at halftime when we have got a good one going here. 15-13 in favor of the Saxons. They jumped out to the early lead, but the Vikings clawed their way back into it. And we've got a 2-point game at halftime. We will be back. See you for the third quarter.
I know you're good. I know you're right. I know you mean the best every time you stop by. Don't know what to say, don't know how to act, 'cause I'm still right here, 'cause you just can't act. No, it doesn't hurt unless I want. I know you would feel better if I would. Over it, so it doesn't hurt unless I would. I don't feel any pain unless I try to talk. I don't even cry unless I open my eyes. I don't need to kick or scream or curse. No, it doesn't need to care.
And now let's welcome your friend, Pam.
We are back here to start the second half on our HETV game of the week. Schaumburg at Fremd tonight. 15-13 is the halftime score. Saxons will start with the ball as they are now working from right to left. And of course, the teams switch sides after halftime. Mellett has it on top as he gets it over to Spandiari. And now they go to Bolger. Down low to Mellett. Up and off the glass for the layup. Nice pass and a nice move by Mellett right there on the assist from Kyle Bolger, who looks very impressive in the early going, but sat for most of the second half of the second quarter. He is back on the court now. Riley Glassman running the show for the Vikings. 17-13 the score. First points in a while for Schaumburg as Gorecki trying to work it inside. He tries to bounce pass it down low to Nate Service, and Fremd will retain possession. It was knocked out of bounds by a member of the Saxons. And Gorecki looked like he could have taken that one to the hoop right there, but he tried to make the extra pass and get it to Service. Didn't work out, although they will retain possession, and they'll bring it now back on top to Service. Service driving baseline. He's going to go up, had it blocked. No foul call, and Ryan Mallett comes down with the ball. Bolger will lead the offense back up the court for the Saxons. He's trying to take it now, falls down, lost the handle on the ball. Knocked out of bounds. Saxons ball. Riley Glassman contending that the last touch was by a member of Schaumburg, but no dice on the pleading with the ref right there. And Bolger will inbound. They go all the way back on top to Mellett. That's where they'll set things up. Bolger will walk it over. And he'll quarterback this one. Working it up the court, setting up the offense. He's on the right wing, backing down. Now they go back on top. Long three from Lundquist, almost got the roll, couldn't. Offensive rebound by Spandiari, but just taken away by Adam Gorecki. Good hustle play right there for Gorecki, and the Vikings will bring it back up. Into the corner. That's Glassman. He's going to work baseline. Now kick it all the way back outside. The long three. Nailed it right there. Garrett Peters with the wide open look. And hit the college length three right there to draw the Vikings within one at 17-16. That's Bolger driving. Now kicking back on top. The three for Mallett trying to answer, and he buries it. Back-to-back threes for each team with Mallett answering the three right there to push the lead back to 4 for the Saxons. Almost lost the handle on top there with Service, but regained possession and now gets it over to Garrett Peters. Down low to Gorecki. They're going to say he walked. He did. He dragged that foot when the pass came his way. He was looking to get the ball to the hoop. But it'll come back the other way as Lundquist will inbound it for Schaumburg. Schaumburg in the crimson and yellow, and Fremd in the green and white, of course. The Vikings and the Saxons. Steal right there. Great play on the save by Garrett Peters. He gets it ahead, and the hoop and the foul. What a play on both ends of the court right there. Sean Banka laid it in for 2, and he'll go to the line in an absolutely fantastic effort by Garrett Peters to save that ball inbounds. Went up with 1 foot, threw it back in to Banka, who took it all the way to the hoop for the score, and another chance to draw the Vikings within 1 if he can knock down this free throw. Free throw is long off the back of the iron, fight for the rebound, and it's controlled by Spandiari. Still a fantastic play right there to draw to a 20-18, and now a steal back on the other end. Peters comes away with the ball one more time, bringing it up the court. He's going to take it all the way to the hoop, had a lane, and he lays it in. Tied ball game at 20, and we are tied for the first time since the beginning of the game when it was 0-0. Fremd has clawed all the way back from a 13-0 deficit to tie the game at 20 with a 20-7 run. The Saxons trying to regain some momentum. Spandiari working the ball top of the circle. He's going to take it himself in, tries to put it up, no good. Gets his own rebound, fighting inside under heavy defensive pressure. Now tried to kick it out, but threw the ball away, and it'll come back with the other way to Fremd. He was trying to kick it out to Kyle Bolger, who would have had a wide open look for a three, but an errant pass out of bounds, and the Vikings will take possession as Bolger goes to the bench. Glassman bringing it up, seeing more aggressive high-tempo offense in the second half here from the Vikings. Gurecki with it on top. Now goes a nice pass down low. Peters leaves it. And the foul called, but before the shot by Nate Service.
Fouls on number 22, Michael Mallet, his second, the team's second.
The second foul on Mallet, and also the second team foul in the second half on the Saxons. Vikings will inbound, they go to Glassman. He takes a quick shot. Can't get it to roll in. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings, though. A good look from down low right there by Glassman, but just couldn't get the friendly roll. We've seen several of those close ones rim out tonight as the Vikings inbound it back. And it's Benka on top, trying to get down low. Fight for the ball. And they're going to call a travel on Spandiari right there as he came down with the rebound. He went up and down with it. So things really starting to swing the Vikings' way here once again as they will maintain possession with 4:24 to play in the third quarter in a tie ball game. Inbound is to Peters. He tries to go up from the line, and there'll be another foul.
Fouls on number 15.
Third team foul right now. Cole Reyes, his second. And see the Vikings being a lot more aggressive here in the early going in the second half, really trying to force the ball to the hoop, force the issue. They're taking the fouls, maintaining possession. Inbound, quick shot to Glassman, and he was hacked from behind in the act, and he should go to the line to shoot two this time. Another quick foul right there. And Reyes picking up back-to-back fouls right there. His third, the fourth on the team.
Riley Glassman shooting two for the Vikings.
And Glassman will shoot two with a chance to give them their first lead of the game with 4:20 to play in the third quarter. A little bit long off the back iron on the first one for Glassman. And we've seen some shaky free throw shooting from both teams tonight from the charity stripe. Glassman can still give him the lead. And he does as he knocks the second one home. And a 21-20 advantage for the Vikings as they take the lead for the first time. Fellini brought it up the court, and their left side now to Cole Reyes. Lundqvist back to Mallet on top. They'll reset. Over the side, Spandiari. He likes to handle the ball, but he'll kick it off this time. Left side to Fellini. Mallet on the right wing. Looking to set something up. Can't find anything. Back to Reyes. Reyes back on top to Spandiari. He's going to put up the straightaway three. No good. Fight for the rebound. Gurecki comes away with it. Pushes it ahead to a wide open. Sean Benka takes it to the hoop, but can't get it to fall. Missed opportunity right there for the Vikings to go up by three as Benka was wide open under the basket, but couldn't put it through. Now we've got a whistle away from the ball. That's going to be a timeout for the Saxons as they want to talk things over as they find themselves trailing for the first time here, 21-20. And again, if you're just tuning in, Schaumburg came storming out of the gate early in this one, knocking down all their shots in the first quarter, jumped out to a 13-0 lead. Looked like they were going to make this one a laugher early, but the Vikings continuing to claw their way back in. They pulled within 2 points at halftime, and now they lead it by one with 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. So we have got a barn burner working here. Defensive struggle, low-scoring game, of course, 21-20 as we approach the waning minutes in the third quarter. And you'd expect nothing left from a couple of tight conference rivals. And again, if you're just joining us, Schaumburg leading the Mid-Suburban League Western Division with a 6-1 record and 16-5 overall. Fremd nipping at their heels. They are 5-2 in the conference, just one game behind, so they can tie Schaumburg for the lead of the win game tonight. Barrington is also tied for second place at 5-2, and Conant just one more game back of the second place teams at 4-3. So everyone knotted up here at the top as 4 teams within 2 games of the lead. The Saxons wanted to talk things over right there and see if they could reset their plan here on offense. Bolger, he'll work up towards the middle of the court. He's working on Benka. Spandiari now top. Mallet, free throw line jump shot off the front rim, no good. Almost got his own rebound, but it was corralled by Riley Glassman, and they'll bring it up. Peters now with it on the right side. Looking for room. Bounce pass outside. Back to service. Now Gorecki with it. He's going to try to make a move towards the right. Stopped and kicks it back out. Peters now on the baseline. Back down low to Gorecki. Trying to back people down. Nix makes a nice move in traffic. Gets his own rebound. Still can't get it to fall. Loose ball in the court. Mallet comes away with the rebound. And Schaumburg will take it the other way. Another missed opportunity down low for the Vikings right there. They've had a couple of shots right near the basket in the early going here in the second half and haven't been able to put it home. 2:37 to play. Bolger taking it all the way from the top of the circle in for the layup, and the Saxons take the lead back at 22-21. Looking for a traveling call right there on Benka. They don't get it. Benka with a spin move tries to drive to the hoop. No good. It's blocked, and Bolger comes away with it. As we see the tempo start to ramp up here, Lundqvist. He goes wide open 3 for Spandiari, and he nailed it! 25-21 the score as the Saxons push the lead back to 4.
Timeout, Vikings.
Big three-pointer right there by Spandiari. He had the open look, and the shot was true, and the Vikings want a timeout. Wisniewski is going to check back in for the Vikings. And the intensity really starting to ramp up in this one here in the second half. Both these teams realize what a big game this is here in the conference. Schaumburg looking to take control, where Fremd looking to tie themselves for the lead. And these two teams have been doing battle for a long time here in the Midsummer League. And I'm really surprised we haven't seen the Vikings crowd get a little bit more excited here as they've clawed their way back into this one. Briefly took the lead a couple minutes there, but now they do trail by 4. And there's 2:11 to play in the third quarter. As we'll reset, the Vikings will inbound, and Glassman will bring the ball up the court after the inbound pass from service. Gets a screen from Gorecki, but now he's trapped in the backcourt. Right side Gorecki looks to pass down low. Now he'll reset and picks up the dribble. They get it to Peters. Peters guarded by Lundqvist on the outside. Now they switch off. Bolger has it. Back on the right wing to service. Tight defense on the outside. He feeds it down low to Glassman. Kicks it to Gorecki down low. Nice pass from Glassman to Gorecki, who laid it in for 2. 25-23 the score. Bolger looking for room. Working against Wisniewski. Over to Green, now back to Bolger. He's going to put up a left wing three-pointer. No good off the front of the rim. Loose ball on the floor. Fight for the rebound. Slap back in. Still on the court. Picked up by the Vikings and brought up. Kick to Glassman, and we'll have a foul on Kyle Bolger reaching in on Glassman.
Fouls on number 15, Cole Reyes. That's his 4th. The team's
Reyes on
5th.
the foul, excuse me. Number 15. And Reyes has picked up 3 fouls here in the third quarter, and he will head immediately back to the bench.
Number 24, Mitch Dinterman.
Dinterman and Carlson check back in for the Vikings. Joe Fellini replaces Reyes on the floor, who has 4 fouls, as we just mentioned, for the Saxons. Glassman calling out the play as he goes right side to the big man Carlson. Carlson working on Green. Looking for an outlet. Now he's going to get it over the right side. Ball tapped away from service. He controls it, though, and gets it back on top to Dinterman. Right side service. Back on top to Wisniewski. Ball knocked out of bounds, and that'll go to the Saxons.
And for the Vikings, number 34, Michael Withy, replacing number 32, Nate Service.
Service will go to the bench, and Michael Whitty checks in, senior forward, 6'4". As Bolger works against Wisniewski, bringing the ball up the court. Spandiari now handling the ball. Gets it on the right side to Fellini. Over to Green on top. Left side to Bolger. He'll reset, gets a pick from Lundquist. And now Spandiari resetting it on top, back to Fellini. Fellini right side to Bolger. Pressure defense trapping on the outside by Matt Wisniewski of the Vikings. Bolger trying to put a move on Wisniewski. Goes to the hole, goes up. He was double teamed and a foul called on the Vikings.
Fouls on number 34, Michael Whitley.
Probably going to be Whitley on the foul, and it is. That's his first and the first on the team with just 7.4 to play in the third quarter. Bolger with a chance to push the lead back to 4. He knocks down the first one.
And for Schaumburg, number 22, Michael Mallet. Number 4,
Mallet
Justin
and Hill checking back in
replacing
for the
number
Saxons.
11, Christian Spandiari, and number 44.
Spandiari and
Jimmy
Lundquist will go to the bench. Bolger with the second of 2 on its way off the front rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Carlson. 4 seconds to play, trying to push it up the floor. That's Riley Glassman. He's going to kick it out to Carlson, knocked away, and no shot off right there. Glassman probably should have just put that one up. He tried to make one more pass and get it on top to Carlson, but there was already under 2 seconds to play right there. Would have been a wiser decision just to throw one up by Glassman and see if they could put one home to take the lead, or excuse me, tie the ball game here as we move into the fourth quarter. So we have got a good one going right here as we move into the final quarter of play, 26-23.
Barbara Streisand.
And now that Viking crowd really getting into it right here. Their team is within 3 with 8 minutes to play, looking to tie the Schaumburg Saxons atop the Mid-Suburban League Western Division. This is what we call a flash mob, ladies and gentlemen, working its way in the student section. Their home Fremd Vikings are within 3 at 26-23 the score. Vikings will start with possession here in the fourth quarter. Garrett Peters works it up, goes in the middle to Carlson. He's working on Green, backs him down, turnaround jump shot, no good. Rebound corralled by Green, and the Saxons will bring it back. Crowd really getting fired up in that student section for the Vikings now. Stolen away by Carlson. Nice defense. He pushes it ahead. Garrett Peters weaving his way through traffic. Up, no good. And another missed layup by the Vikings. They've had several of those not rolled tonight. And Bolger tries to bring it back coast to coast the other way. He is fouled as he goes up. No foul, excuse me. No foul on the play right there. Just knocked out of bounds. The possession will remain with the Saxons. Gorecki in service will check back in for the Vikings. As Carlson and Dinnerman go to the bench. Inbound pass to Spandiari, who has checked back in for the Saxons. And he'll look to set things up. He's trying to drive baseline. Goes down low, working on Gorecki. Got his own shot, missed it. His own rebound, put it back up, and got the roll. That pushes the lead to 5 at 28-23, and a lost handle on the pass, but now corralled. Garrett Peters is working with it, and the Vikings will reset things as he kicks it over to Wisniewski. Wisniewski to Service. Service looking for an outlet. He gets it back to Sean Banka. And as they work back over on the other side to Wisniewski. In the corner to Gorecki. On top right there. Service thought about the 3, but then a foul away from the ball. And another substitution. Spandiari will go to the bench, and Jimmy Lundquist will check back in. And that foul was an offensive foul on the Vikings. The Saxons, of course, bring it back up. Bolger looking for penetration. Now lets a long two go from the top of the circle. No good. The rebound pulled down by Benka. 6:28 to play in the game. Benka gets it over to Glassman. Now they go in the corner to Peters. Down low to Gorecki. Puts the shoulder into it and got the easy layup.
Gorecki.
Bolger tried to take the charge right there, but nothing doing as Gorecki puts it home. Deficit remains at 3. Ryan Mallett now with the ball working on the right wing. He tries the penetration. Good defense from Gorecki. Now kicks it back out. Wide open three for Lundquist. Couldn't get it to fall, but the rebound to Jimmy Green. He goes back up and he's fouled. Foul will be on Gorecki, and Green will go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 35, Adam Gorecki, his first, the team's second.
Just the second foul of the half on the Vikings. Green knocks down the first one to push the lead to 4. Spandiari getting ready to check back in for the Saxons. Green sinks both free throws to push the lead back to 5. He will check out after making 2 of 2, and Spandiari will come back in. And a big round of high fives for Green. 2 big free throws right there to push it to a 5-point lead. The 2 point guards, Glassman working on Bolger. Glassman trying to be aggressive. Now kicks it back out. They go in the corner. Long three from Garrett Peters, and he knocked it down.
3-1 basket by Garrett Peters.
Second 3 of the quarter from Peters. And the Vikings will not go away as they are back within 2. Fellini holding it on the left wing. They go back on top to Mallett. Now kicks it over to Bolger. Bolger working against Benka. In the corner back to Mallett. Mallett now steps back. He's got Gorecki guarding him. They go back on top to Fellini. Spandiari in the corner to Mallett. Thought about taking the shot, now pulled it down, goes back on top to Lundquist, over to Bolger. Bolger trying to penetrate, works his way around Benka, goes under the coop, kicks it to Lundquist, fakes the shot, now goes up, knocks it in off the glass for 2.
44, Jimmy Lundquist.
Lundquist with a nice move under the hoop to reset himself right there. Vikings trying to keep pace. On top, a wide open 3 from Peters. This time no good off the back iron. Offensive rebound, Gorecki. He puts it back up and in. Adam Gorecki doing the dirty work down low and pulling down the offensive board. Once again, back to a 2-point game. Spandiari working against Glassman. Tries to go baseline, backing him down. That'll be Fremd ball as he just dribbled it out of bounds. No foul called. Good defense by Glassman. And the Vikings with a chance to tie. Glassman works off a screen from service. And now Benka, left wing to Gorecki. Gorecki trying to drive baseline against Spandiari. Tried to go for the reverse. Had it blocked, got his own rebound with a baseline jumper. No good. Rebound pulled down by Lundquist. Lundquist bringing it up the floor. Kicks it out. Wide open 3 from Fellini. Airballed. And you hear the chants from the crowd. Rebound pulled down by Service. Down low with a nice pass. Reverse layup by Peters. No good. Peters putting on a show here. Couldn't get that one to fall. Now we've got a whistle. Timeout Schaumburg. They want to talk things over one more time. And this one is coming down to the wire. 3:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. Schaumburg 32 and Fremd 30. To admire the spirit of the Vikings. They really could have packed it in after falling down by double digits early in this one and not able to score for the majority of the first quarter, but they really clawed their way back, and they are just matching the Saxons blow for blow here over the last 2.5 quarters. Both coaches drawing up that 3-minute offense as we're going to wind down into the final minutes here. Really a great defensive battle tonight. Just 3:30 to play and just 32-30 on the scoreboard. Both teams have had trouble converting from the free throw line, and Fremd has had multiple opportunities down low. They could be leading this game right now if they'd been able to knock home just a couple of those layup attempts that they've had in this ball game. But as it stands, they trail by 2. Kyle Bolger working on Becca. He brings it up, kicks it in the corner. Lundquist puts up a 3 off the front rim, no good. Fighting for the rebound, and Fellini comes down with it, and the Saxons will reset. Big offensive rebound right there by Fellini to give the Saxons another shot to push this lead back to 4. Lundquist, he's going to put up another 3 left wing and knocks it down this time. Lundquist from long range, the big man, showing the soft touch tonight and pushes it back to a 5-point lead. That's a huge bucket right there. Gorecki now working with it. He goes all the way across court to Banka. Now Glassman on the top, trying to drive against Bolger. Pulls it down, goes into the hoop, and he is fouled. He should go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 23, Kyle Bolger, his 4th, the team's 6th.
4th foul on the point guard,
Bradley
Bolger,
Glassman
and the
shooting
6th
2.
on the Saxons here in the second half. 2 very important free throws right here for Glassman to keep it a 1-possession game while the clock is stopped. First one rims out.
For the Saxons, number 15, Cole Reyes, replaces number 10.
And the
Joey
charity
Fellini.
stripe struggles continue now for the Vikings. Glassman knocks the second one through. And it's a 35-31 ball game with 2:40 to play. Bolger working on Banka as he brings the ball up the court. Puts the shoulder down, no foul called. Banka went down, but they're letting him play. And Spandiari trying to work it down low, blocked by Gorecki, and he pulls down the ball. 2:20 to play as the Vikings bring it back from left to right. We've got a timeout. Should be a full timeout called by the Vikings.
Timeout, Vikings.
And they want to draw up a play right here to try and keep this a 1-possession game by knocking down a bucket. Coming down to the wire here in Palatine, 35-31 in favor of the Saxons. And this matchup of 2 teams at the top of the Western Division here in the Mid-Suburban League. This entire season should come all the way down to the wire, as we mentioned before, several teams duking it out here in that division. Barrington playing tonight, I believe, at Hoffman Estates. And if the numbers hold true, that should be a victory for Barrington. Once again, our game of the week here on HETV, Comcast Channel 6, AT&T Uverse Channel 99. We thank you for joining us. I am Alex Kleinwalter, bringing you the game live with my first broadcast here with HETV, and I'm really happy to be covering Mid-Suburban League basketball on the network. There's a lot of exciting matchups forthcoming for you here as the season starts to wind down towards the state playoffs. Ready to get things back underway. There is 2:16 to play. Service will inbound. He gets it to Peters. And that's where we'll start. Now Glassman off a screen from Gorecki, top. He goes, Peters putting up another 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's corralled by Lundquist. The Saxons will bring it back the other way. Under 2 minutes to play now. 4-point ball game and a foul reaching in. That's on Banka.
Foul number 33, Sean Banka, his 2nd, the team's 3rd.
Good foul right there, just his 2nd and the 3rd for the team.
Checking in for the Vikings, number 30, Matt Wisniewski, and number 24,
Wisniewski
Mitch
checks in for
Dinterman.
Glassman, and Dinterman checks in for Peters. Cole Reyes will inbound for the Saxons. He gets it to Bolger. Bolger being trapped in the backcourt by Banka and Gorecki. Now works it in, down low, kicks the pass out, in, and the foul! Christian Spandiari, he has made several big plays there. Knocked down a big three his last trip down the court, and now goes up for the hoop and the harm. Nice job by Spandiari. He has a chance to push this to a 7-point lead with under 2 minutes to play now.
Second for the Vikings, number 20, Riley Glassman, and number 25, Garrett Peters.
Glassman and Peters immediately check back in, as that's the offensive set for the Vikings. Spandiari nails the free throw, and that pushes it to a 38-31 lead. And the Vikings need a hoop this time up the court if they want to stay in this one. Glassman gives it to Benka. He's working against Mallet at the free throw line. Now takes it back outside on the weave to Peters. Peters off a screen. On top. Three from the top of the circle. Knocked it down. Nate Service for three. And this one is not over yet. A minute and a half to go in a 4-point game. Timeout for the Vikings. They'll probably sub their defensive lineup back in for this trip down the court. And every time we think the Saxons are trying to salt this one away, Fremd comes back with a big hoop. None bigger right there than the huge three by Nate Service. Nobody going home early from this one, as it is going to come right down to the wire. Fantastic MSL action here tonight between these two excellent squads. Schaumburg, if they can hold on, will push their record to 17-5 overall and 7-1 in the conference. Fremd coming in at 13-8, 5-2 in the MSL. Vikings will sub back in their defensive lineup as Dinnerman checks back in. It's Dinnerman, Glassman, Gorecki, Wisniewski, and Garrett Peters on the court for the Vikings on defense. Schaumburg goes with Reyes, Mallet, Bolger, Lundquist, and Spandiari.
Be sure to stay around for the post-game dance party.
Lundquist will inbound to Bolger. He's trapped in the backcourt, gets it away to Lundquist. They continue the tough defense. He threw it away, and that is going to be Vikings ball with 1:24 to play.
Back in for the Vikings, number 32, Nate Service, and number 33, Sean
The press
Benka.
defense works to perfection for the Vikings right there as they get the throwaway, and they have a chance now to pull within two. Service inbounds to Glassman. Now they can take their time. Peters on the right wing, off a screen from Gorecki, over the top of the circle, gets it in the corner. Long three put up by Glassman in front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Gorecki, nice hustle play. Maybe an ill-advised shot right there, but they were able to pull down the offensive rebound as now Peters trying to work into the lane against Mallet. Baseline, Gorecki driving down low, goes up and puts it in. That's 2 points as we get inside a minute to play in a 2-point game. Bolger bringing it up for the Saxons. He goes right side to Mallet, now to Spandiari on the left wing. Tight defense right there. We're going to have a foul called. That foul is going to be on Nate Service.
Foul number 32, Nate Service. His fifth. The team's
Fifth foul on Service. Looks like he'll go to the bench. And we'll probably see Wisniewski check back in.
Checking in for the Vikings, number 30, Matt Wisniewski.
It will be Wisniewski checking back in. Service with the 5 fouls will go to the bench. 49.8 seconds to go and a 2-point ball game. The Saxons with the lead and the ball, 38-36. Reyes inbounds, looking to get it to Bolger. He does. Vikings wanted a backcourt violation right there. Peters playing tough defense in the corner on Bolger. He tries to move it around. There's going to be a foul called. And things are getting testy down there as we work towards 40 seconds to play.
First, the team's sixth.
That foul was on Peters. Sixth on the team. And Reyes again will inbound it. They always are looking for Bolger on the inbound pass. And they'll do it again right there as Bolger will reset all the way on the other end of the court working against Peters. Now they trap him in the back. And another foul. This time Wisniewski with the foul, and again, the Saxons will take it out of bounds with 32.7 to go.
Fouls on number 30, Matt Wisniewski, his first, the team's seventh.
And this time Lundqvist is going to go to the line
And for the Saxons, number
for the
10,
1-and-1.
Joey Fellini.
Fellini checks in for Reyes. Huge free throw right here for Lundqvist. Rimming in off the back iron, off the front of the rim, and got it to fall. Huge shot right there on the front end of the 1-and-1 for Lundqvist, and he'll get another shot. This one even bigger right here. This would make it a two-possession game. That is up, and he sinks it home, 40-36. Two big free throws right there by Lundqvist. Glassman working it up. They've got to hurry it up right now. Fremd trailing by 4. Glassman working it in. Puts up an ill-advised runner off the glass. Tried to hurry it. No good. Bolger now with the rebound, and he is fouled by Benka.
Fouls on number 33, Sean Benka, his third.
And that may do it, pending the results of the free throws right here. 19 and a half seconds to play.
Shooting 1-on-1, number 23, Kyle Bolger.
And it's starting to look like the Saxons are going to fight off this tenacious Fremd Vikings team that just simply would not go away. Bolger can't get the roll on the front end, so one more shot for the Vikings as they bring it up the court. That's Benka. And he's fouled. Looks like a trip. That's going to go against Mallet.
Fouls on number 22, Michael Mallet, his third, the team's seventh.
That's going to send Benka to the
Sean
line, so a
Benka
good
shooting
opportunity for
1-on-1.
2 points without the clock moving here. 14 seconds to go. If they can knock down both and get a quick foul, anything can happen. But first things first, Benka has to convert. Sends the first one home, 3-point ball game. And regardless of the result of the second one, we should see the quick foul. Second free throw in the air, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lundqvist, the quick foul by Gorecki. Lundqvist to go back to the line on the other end.
Fouls on number 35, Adam Gorecki, his second. Shooting 1-on-1 for the Saxons, number 44.
Lundqvist converted both ends of the 1-on-1 last time down the court. If he was able to do that this time, they were pretty much salted away. Schaumburg will take a timeout to talk things over beforehand. And the Vikings are just hoping for a miss on the front end, and they'll have a chance to come down and shoot a 3 to tie it. So this first end of the 1-on-1 is a huge free throw for Lundqvist. He's been knocking down big shots all game for the Saxons. The issue still in doubt with just over 12 seconds to go. To recap for anyone just joining us, Schaumburg jumped out to that early 13-0 lead. Looked like they were going to bury the Vikings, but Fremd clawed their way back into it behind some big shots, some tough defense. It was a 2-point game at the half, and I believe a 4-point game entering the fourth quarter. And now it's a 3-point game with just over 12 to play. Jimmy Lundqvist, the 6'5 junior, will be at the line shooting a 1-and-1, trying to put the game away. That Viking home crowd going to do their best to distract Lundqvist as he tries to bury this huge free throw right here. Shot is up, knocked it home, and that is a monster shot right there, even if he doesn't make the second, as it pushes it to a 2-possession game with only 12 seconds to go. Lundqvist buries them both, and he is cool under pressure here in the fourth quarter, and that ought to do it. Glassman brings it up, puts up a runner in the lane, can't get the roll, trying to fight for his own rebound, knocked out of bounds. Vikings will retain possession with just 4.5 seconds to go, and trailing by 5. It will probably be too little, too late. Inbound, Glassman for 3, way off with an air ball. Rebound pulled down by Spandiari, and that The final score, Schaumburg 42, the Fremd Vikings 37, and a heated battle right here in the Mid-Suburban League Western Division. Schaumburg pushing their record to 17-5 and 7-1 in the conference and stretching their lead. The Vikings fall to 13-9 and 5-3 in the conference. And we'll see if Barrington can keep pace with a victory tonight and stay one game behind, as the Vikings now fall 2 games behind the leading Saxons in the West Division of the Mid-Suburban Silver. As the team shake hands, we are going to wrap things up here. We want to thank y'all for joining us for our HETV Game of the Week here on Comcast Channel 6, AT&T Uverse Channel 99. You'll see the game played 3 times over the course of the week, and it is a good one, so you might want to watch twice. I am Alex Kleinwachter signing off from Fremd High School in our HETV Game of the Week. Once again, the final score, Schaumburg 42, Fremd 37.